Still on the topic of abuse. Abuse is not only in relationship between adult and adult, or a romantic partner and the other person. There is abuse even at the level of children. Let me say, there is abuse. There are parents who abuse their children. So what this video I want to do is the emotional abuse on children. It's very important. Some of us, we do it and we don't realize. Somebody is going to maltreat their child because I wanted a boy child and God gave me a girl. I wanted a girl, God gave me a boy. You are not the kind of child I wanted. A child is a child. A child is a God-given blessing to whoever it is. You don't need to be a mother to a child to take care of that child. You don't need to be the one who birthed that child to be a parent to that child. So people should start changing their thoughts. There are even some mothers who give birth to their children and they are not worth to be called mothers or to be called parents. So we should understand that if you're put in a position to be a parent, to be a mother or a father to a child, treat that child as if it was yours. Treat that child as if today God bless you with a child. That's the same way you're going to treat the child. Some people don't even get to experience parenting or be a mother to a child or God-given child because of the way we treat other children. A child can be an open, a child is a blessing. That's why even the Bible says, anyone who wants to go into the kingdom of God must have a heart of a child. So just know that a child is the purest human being on earth. They know nothing about sin, nothing. Yes, we can corrupt them. We can corrupt their mind and they start getting into sin or doing bad things. But the mind of a child is as innocent as it. So today, I want us to look at emotional abuse on children. How do parents emotionally, or how do adults emotionally abuse children? First, by rejecting or ignoring a child's feeling, or you're ignoring a child. When a child comes up to you with a concern or a request or something, and you reject them, guess what? They start feeling rejected in life. They start feeling ignored, and they turn to rely on their circle. If that child is going through something, you're not going to be the first person that they run to. Some of us parents, we often complain, I don't know my child. I don't know that this thing was happening to my child. When a child is in problem or in an emotional breakdown and they call you to it. We know of situations where children have been abused by people outside. But because their parent ignored them and rejected talking to them, they do not know anyone to confide on because of you, that parent. Now, telling the child they are unloved or unwanted. No matter who this child is, you cannot tell a child that they are unwanted or unloved. It's not their fault they were brought into this world. It's not their fault that somebody gave birth to them. But as a parent, I beg on you to show love to every child you come across. You don't know who is going to be your helper tomorrow. You don't know if it's that child is going to save you or you die in bed. You don't just know. If anybody knows their truth tomorrow, then come and tell me and I'll start believing in you if you have become God. But know that that child you maltreat today might be the child that shows you favor tomorrow. The next on the list is not returning affection towards the child. Love for parents towards children is something most children yearn for out here. There are children in the orphanage, they just want someone to just take them and let them stay in the house and call you mommy, or call you daddy, or call you auntie or uncle. But you have a child that God has given you, bless you with. You cannot return affection to that child. You cannot show that child that they are loved and cared for. You ignore them. They are seeing your children. They are looking all tattered and raggedy, but they have a parent. And they want to look at you. You are all shiny. You have all the money, all the makeup in the world to take care of yourself. But you cannot take care of your child. You cannot show them affection. You cannot show them you love them. And what do you call yourself a parent? Okay. Another one is shaming the child and comparing them to other children. Every human being in this planet is unique in their own way. They have their own attitude. They have the way they think. They have the way they react. So study somebody, study the child. So study your child and know their weaknesses and their strength. And then you know how to boost their weaknesses. Don't use another child's strength to compare to your own child's weaknesses or to compare to another child's weaknesses. Every child does not have the same thinking capacity. There's a child that is slow, another child is fast. Or there are periods in children's life. A child can be fast at this period, and then the next period the child is slow because something might happen that slows them down. Yes. So Stop using another child's strength to compare to you. Work on your own child or that child's weaknesses to strengthen them, to make them feel they are able and capable in life. You are building a young man or a young woman for the future of tomorrow. But if you start breaking them before they even get to their tomorrow, what do they become tomorrow? Who are we raising? We are raising failures because the parents fail from the beginning by shaming the children. That child goes tomorrow and has no self-esteem, no self-confidence, nothing. Any little thing, the child shies in their shells. They have a good valid point to tell their peers or to tell the world. But because the parent they had in their life had already shamed them, made them feel they are worthless, they are not good at anything, guess what? They cannot fully actualize. The next on the list is screaming and shouting at our children. It's not all the time that we use a raised voice on children. There is a way you can talk to a child calmly and then they are still going to do what you want to do. I must not shout. Hey, mama, please, do you know this thing you did was not right? I've passed a message. Can you please take that to the kitchen? Can you please remove this from the chair? Can you now? That child understand what you're saying. Because when you start shouting, you start going into name calling. You start calling each other, you're useless, you're not useful, you're stupid. You are making this, you're calling this name. I made a video on name calling on people. Please, people, go back and watch that video. The effect of names that you call people on, the effect of names that you use on people, it tends to change their perspective about life. Another reason is isolating your child from a healthy relationship. I see some parents, when your child wants to go out and play with their friends, you assume that the other children are not good enough with your children. Who made you a god or judge over other kids? Because you are looking at that relationship to be unhealthy to those children, but that is a way of that child building their own friendships and that they will grow with. You see, some people have long-lasting friends that they grew from childhood all the way to their jobs and everything. They started from there. They build healthy relationships. I understand that there are other kids who are bad influence on our kids. Yes, that one you can stop your child from going. But I said isolating your child from healthy relationships. So your child comes back from school, they are only indoors. They don't go for any games. They don't have nobody to play with. They are just there. Are you raising a dummy? Or are you raising, I don't know what kind of child we are raising in this life. Stop preventing your child from going to a healthy relationship. It's going to help build that child. Another reason is engaging children in criminal activities. You are teaching that, you are abusing that child already, making them do what they are not supposed to do or they don't have to do. Making them engage in things that is going to destroy them when they grow up and think about certain actions that they participated in. When they fully understand the action that they took, it's going to destroy these children. Because now, when they grow to know good or wrong from right, you have already deterred them. You have already changed their course of life. You have already made them. You have already choose a course of life that is negative for them than positive. Now, putting your child with negative competition. I see some parents, your child is in a fight. Your child is in a chaos or a riot. And when they come back, for you to caution that child, you cheer them up. You clap for them. You be like, give me one bossa, give me another bossa. Because that child was in a riot, was in a chaos, was in a fight. You're raising the next Mike Tyson. Then wait and train them in the ring where they are going to structure that fight. If you are raising the next Francis Ngannou, let them grow up right and decide to go in the ring and give them gloves. Not that they'll become street fighters. They'll be involved in every riot in the street. Very soon you hear that they start carrying weapons. And you guys know the kind of weapons I'm talking about. I'm not going to call the names here, but you know the kind of weapons and when you start carrying those kind of weapons, children start carrying, like for benefit of the doubt, let me call it, start carrying guns here and there. You ask yourself, how come my child is in possession of this kind of weapon? It's because you allow them to be involved in negative activities and company. And they are started, now they'll enter doors they are not supposed to enter. They'll go to places they were not supposed to go. And guess what? It's your fault as a parent. That's how you emotionally abuse that child. So my dear parents, I hope it helped, or this video has helped some people know There's certain things that they are doing is they are emotionally abusing their children. They are emotionally taking their children's right from them. So my dear people, please do like, subscribe, and share. Comment to my videos. Hit the notification bell so when next I drop a video, you'll be the first to know. Stay blessed.